Hello, welcome to the latest episode of Goals I View. I'm joined by Matty.
Hello.
Torquay drew 2-2 yesterday. What are your overall thoughts on
Frustrating,
it?
disappointing, all those sorts of words. It was a game I think we expected to win, but classic Torquay, we've just made life hard for ourselves, haven't we? Again.
Yeah, it was very similar to the 2-2 against Barnet, of course, the end of last season. Obviously, it started well. We played, was it 4-3-3, something like that. We had Warren, Lemon Evans, and Duke, and I thought the front three looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was something slightly different, wasn't it? I mean, it was like I was looking at it, and it was almost like a chevron triangle up front,
Yeah.
with sort of Connor playing up high, and then you had sort of Warren on the left,
Yeah.
Duke-McKenna on the right, and then you had this sort of triangle in the middle with Asa Lapsley and Little.
Yeah.
Because I think it raised a few eyebrows when we sort of, we haven't got a striker, out and out striker starting, and it was a bit sort of like, well, how are we going to set up with that? So I think everybody was sort of like wondering how he would come out and what formation we were going to play. So I don't think we've played that before as a formation.
No, I'm not too sure either.
But it seemed to work quite well.
I thought it worked brilliantly.
Yeah. We got the early goal, which is what we wanted.
I think, because Lemon Evans, I believe, before he joined us, he actually started his sort of youth career as a striker. So we know he has it in him. And a bit of me thought, well, maybe this is Gary Johnson saying, look, I'm going to train like I did with Cole Cameron at the end of last season. I'm going to train Lemon Evans to a striker. And then that won't be sort of as much as a need to get a striker kind of thing. But he took his 2 goals brilliantly, just like any striker would. You know, we know he's absolute class on this day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like, he's played high and behind strikers before, hasn't he? You can tell he enjoys it. You can tell he enjoys it. And I think, with releasing sort of Duke on that right hand side, and we were getting him in behind them quite well.
Yeah.
And that's where the goal came from. And I think, when Barnet scored the second on the hour, and then we took Lapsley off, we brought Danny on, and it was the classic sort of lumping it up to Danny.
Yeah.
And we were resorting back to what wasn't working really before.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I think we looked more dangerous as we were set up, but you could tell we weren't used to that formation or used to that way of playing. Some of the lads were bickering. I know, like Dan Martin and Little were having a few sort of like.
I saw that. Yeah.
But they're obviously it's a formation they're not used to. They're going to have to get used to it. But I think sort of we shot ourselves in the foot with it. Really, I mean, Johnson said that we let them get to us at 2-1.
Yeah, that was a really disappointing bit. I thought when, obviously the goal was quite controversial and how it happened and was it offside, but I thought at the half time we'll sort of come out and be, Johnson getting together, look, that hasn't gone our way, we should be 2-0, it's 2-1. But Barnet just seemed to get on top and they scored. And then, it just playing just went silent. Just everything just went still, didn't it, for about 20, 30 minutes. It was quite disappointing, really.
What did you think of that with the decision? I mean, obviously, like Moxie's gone down. It's clearly he's been clattered in the face or the head, and the ref sort of he's just ran past him.
Yeah, I was well in the time I was out. I was really annoyed because it all sort of happened really quickly. So Moxie's been battered. He's going to have a head injury. It's obviously his nose. I don't know with the latest rules whether that counts. Obviously they've carried on. Martin's gone in to tackle him. It's sort of rebounded off. We sort of stopped, and of course you're missing Martin and Moxie, and they did look offside at the time. So I was like, oh, he's carried on. So other games, maybe the game would have been stopped. I don't think so. I think it's more the offside, which is a controversial bit. I'd have to say it again, but others have told me that it was offside. So I think that's unfortunate, but that's officiating, especially at this level. Like Holman's goal at Yeovil was offside. So
yeah, they tend to leave themselves out over the course of a season, don't they? But I think it was one of them where the reaction from the crowd is one of them ones where the officials, they know they got it wrong. I walked down just before half time just to go down and get a bit of food and beat the rush. There's never a rush at Playmore, but the linesman was stood there. He was getting some pelters and tell just from his body language and the way he stood there, like he knew he got that wrong.
He wasn't up with play at all. It was like right in front of me. He was not up with play at all. I think he had completely lost concentration on is the game stopping?
Yeah.
And then you know it was offside. So
that was the turning point, wasn't it?
It was,
really?
yeah.
That was really what sort of tilted it towards Barnet's favour, and I think they used the wind better than we did in the second half.
Yeah, I agree.
And they gained a little bit of confidence from that goal, and again it was it's happened twice, isn't it now, where we've been 2-0 up at home and we've lost the lead, happening against Dagenham as well.
Yeah, really frustrating. I mean, I think it just went quiet, and in the last 10 minutes we picked it up again, you know, chucked everything at it. We start Lolos out on the wing, which I don't think is the best idea, to be honest with you. If Lolos was going to come on, he's not really confident. No, he's not playing, stick him in his position. He just did not want to be involved. To be fair, we didn't involve the left-hand side at all in the game. I didn't feel like one got what he did well, but he didn't actually get much of the ball. It all came down the right.
And I think that stems back to, meaning Dan Martin didn't have the greatest game.
No, a rare off game. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
he had an off game, and I think that feeds down that sort of, it feeds into Little on that left side, and it feeds down into Wern on that left side, and I think that it was that knock-on effect where, and Johnson said it himself, didn't he? Not everyone was on tune, really.
Lapsy didn't have a great game either.
No, he didn't. But again, I did feel we were more threatening with him on the pitch, because he was that outlet. He was that outlet, really, and we were keeping the ball down and getting it out to Duke, and we were running them. It was one of those games as well where you get the early goal, we were all over them, we get the Barnet looked rattled, and you're thinking, right, we can get 4 or 5 here.
Oh, I mean, I was shocked. I could have never seen that coming at all, and if that decision goes in our favour, then we're all sat here talking about it's another win, another 3 points, we're 6 points off playoffs, all that stuff. So
absolutely,
it's just a game we couldn't afford to not win, to be honest. Especially on Tuesday.
We almost lost it right at the end as well, didn't we?
McDonald.
I think he did really well with that. He kept calm, just allowed the striker to make the decision rather than give it the decision to the striker, and he stood up well. And then we got that chance at the end with McKenna.
And Wright had one as well. Wright had one as well when they sort of headed it back, and he just put his foot out and cut it over.
Leaped up over him. And that free kick as well, I thought that was in.
I thought it was in,
I thought that was in as well, and that could have won the game. But I think Barnet, they got 6 yellows in the end? 6 yellow cards. Again, with a game like that, it just sort of tells its own story, really, how bitty it was. And,
it's frustrating.
And
I couldn't fault Torquay for effort at all. Couldn't fault him for effort. I don't go off with absolute. I felt we did more than enough to win the game. Like, even in the second half, like the amount of times we've seen late winners under Gary Johnson, it just felt like it was going to happen to.
You thought it was coming, didn't you? Getting ready for it.
But looking forward to Tuesday. It's put a bit more pressure you could still on it. Obviously, Boreham lost last night to Maidenhead. I don't think it's so cut and dry as they're this brilliant team, because I think they might be distracted with the FA Cup naturally. So
they'll have one eye on it as well. And I think there was, thinking about the pitch as well. I mean, everybody's saying, the pitch was pretty bubbly against Wrexham, and worried about how it was going to hold up. But second half, it actually looked dry.
Yeah, it's mad. It shows because GI put a lot of money into the pitch, and it just showed, because that was ridiculous. You wouldn't have thought we've had all the storm and this rain. I'd be interested on Tuesday night. They're also a big team. Would there be a bit in their mind saying, if I go in for a 50-50 here and come out with a bad injury, I'm missing the game against Everton? I don't know. They're probably a lot more professional than that, Boreham would. But it was an interesting one. We're a good team at the moment. Whether you have to be a title winning team, of course, to get playoffs now. But we're definitely a playoff standard team, in my opinion. But as I say, that might not be good enough.
Looking at the last 5, we're 6, 10 points. Last 10 in form, we're 7th, 20 points. Right. So we're still on for that 2 points a game. But it just means a win on Tuesday night, and we're still on for that 2 points a game. It's just that, again, we've decided to do it the hard way. You would be looking at thinking a win against Barnet. And then, it's not pressure off Boreham, but a point, even a loss there, we could have probably taken it. But really now it's like, right, we need a win now to keep up that tally that we're after, of 2 points a game. So my my head says we're not going to do it. I think we're going to come up short, but obviously my heart's in it. And
just take it to the end, you know, especially how awful we started the season. It's still be a decent season. For me, I know Lemon Ivans will striker, we still need another striker. Whether that's going to come out, I don't think it will. People like to still speculate about Sinclair if he comes back from his injury. And comes back to us.
He was down at Arcades, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Having to go on all those slotties and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, that would be amazing. But still, you know, it's a good team now. I just
I mean, Johnson alluded to that as well. Then he said, you know, we've got some. If he's going to get someone in, they've got to be good enough to come in and actually contribute to the team that we've got. And it shows how much he believes in the players at the moment. So he's not just going to go out and get anyone.
He doesn't need that now. No,
he doesn't need that. But yeah, we just. You know, I just don't think we've got quite enough to get us over that line.
I agree. And it's all about how many we can keep going into, and hopefully Johnson as well keep him for another season. So we don't have to do another mass rebuild in the summer. But at least we don't have a playoff final to lose to sort of have that, you know, window. Plus Corona season made it worse. So if we get another year of Gary Johnson, keep these players. I see some leaving like Joe Lewis, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was nice to have you. Thanks for joining us. And first of all, talk. Lovely. Talks a lot of sense. That was great. So thank you for watching this. Please like and subscribe.
See you later.